Surprise, surprise, some Bigfoot sightings in Wintergreen have been debunked.
911, what are you reporting?
With someone or something crawling around out here. Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
Is about 6'9", I don't know.
For centuries, tales of Bigfoot have captivated the imaginations of people around the world. From the dense forests of North America to the remote mountains of Asia, reports of encounters with this elusive creature have persisted, shrouded in the unknown and speculation. Bigfoot photos were sanctioned by the authorities who deny the existence of the mysterious creature. But what if the government holds secrets about Bigfoot that they've been keeping hidden from us? Join us as we uncover the truth behind some of the most shocking Bigfoot photos that were leaked by the government. Number 25, the Ohio Bigfoot Terrifying Encounters. Meet Mark Dorth, a Bigfoot investigator from Ohio who's been on the hunt for the elusive creature for the past 30 years. During his quest, he's gathered quite a collection of evidence, including footprints, audio recordings, and even had a first-hand encounter that sparked his research. Legend has it that while exploring an old strip mine in search of badger dens, Mark was followed out by something that soon revealed itself to be a towering, bipedal, hairy creature. Now, if it were me, I'd probably pack my bags and head out of Ohio the next morning. The thought of an 8-foot-tall hairy beast roaming the woods gives me the shivers, let alone encountering one in a cave unexpectedly. But whether you believe the story or not, the image of staring down an 8-foot-tall hairy ape man in a cave is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. In a video shared by Spectrum News, Mark shares his experience with residents of Warren County, Ohio, and even plays some eerie audio recordings he's captured over the years. Number 24, unveiling the Menorah mystery. Back in 1978, there was quite a stir in Menorah, Ohio, thanks to the infamous Menorah monster case. It all started when a family living in Menorah reported encountering a mysterious creature around their home. The Kahn family described it as something resembling Bigfoot, throwing rocks at their house and leaving large footprints in their backyard. But it wasn't just the Kahns who claimed to have seen this creature. Their neighbors and other residents in the area also reported sightings of the big, hairy beast. This sparked significant media attention, earning the case its infamous title, the Menorah Monster Case. Even a former Stark County sheriff, Jim Shannon, who responded to one of the Kahn family's reports, acknowledged the fear they experienced, saying, "They were terrified. I will always believe them. They saw something. It's just what did they see?" Number 23, the Minnesota Bigfoot Encounter. In October of 2023, an astonishing sighting occurred in Minnesota. According to eyewitnesses, he described how they spotted the creature while traveling along Trail 2266. As they approached a bend, they noticed the Bigfoot standing off the trail in a grassy ditch. Both witnesses were struck by how slowly the creature seemed to move, almost as if in slow motion. The ditch where the Bigfoot was spotted measured about 3 feet deep, with the grass on the side of the trail reaching a height of 3 feet. Despite only seeing the upper torso, estimated to be 3 to 4 feet tall above the grass, they approximated the Bigfoot's height to be between 8 to 10 feet tall. Upon reaching the spot where the creature had been sighted, they detected a strong odor reminiscent of sulfur or rotting vegetation. The experience left them with a palpable sense of unease, causing the hairs on their bodies to stand on end. Although they searched for footprints along the road, the packed-down gravel made it difficult to discern any clear signs. Number 22, the Owen Sound Encounter. Ryan Willis and Joel Porter, hosts of the TV show Sasquatch University, are no strangers to extraordinary sightings. According to Willis, who serves as the president, they've gathered numerous reports of Sasquatch sightings, all of which they consider to be highly credible. These reports, they believe, would make compelling episodes for their show. Their latest investigation took them just 4 minutes west of Owen Sound, where the encounter occurred. Willis recounted one sighting where a Sasquatch was spotted near a road sign, seemingly peering over it with its immense height, estimated to be around 11 feet tall. Clarifying further, Porter mentioned another sighting where a local witnessed the creature through a window, adding another layer of intrigue to their investigation. Despite their best efforts, they were unable to capture the creature on video. Nevertheless, their determination to obtain concrete proof remains unwavering as they continue their quest to uncover the truth behind the Owen Sound sightings. Number 21. The Mississippi Woods Encounter. An outstanding video has resurfaced, captivating viewers worldwide as it seemingly captures a Sasquatch traversing through the dense Mississippi woods. Originally recorded and shared on YouTube in 2015 by Josh Huff, the footage has reignited speculation about the existence of the legendary creature. In his caption accompanying the video, Josh recounts the terrifying moment when he stumbled upon the mysterious creature. He explains that he was out hunting hogs, clad in hunting camouflage, and patiently awaiting nightfall, when he heard an unusual noise coming from behind the tree he was hanging upon. Initially assuming it to be the hogs he was hunting, Josh was taken aback when he finally caught sight of the mysterious figure. Describing it as a huge black thing, Josh observed its massive shoulders and upright stance, similar to that of a human. Astonishingly, the creature appeared to be digging near a dead cypress tree, its hands at work in the earth. He was overwhelmed with fear. Josh's immediate instinct was to flee, but he found himself curiously drawn to capture the surreal moment on his iPhone. As Josh stealthily recorded the scene, the tranquility of the woods was disrupted by the sound of an approaching truck. Startled, the creature stood upright, revealing its towering stature. Josh, overcome with a mix of fear and awe, estimated the creature to be a staggering 7 feet tall, a conclusion drawn from his expertise as a seasoned hunter. The encounter left Josh shaken, his senses heightened by the surreal experience. Despite the skepticism he anticipated from others, Josh was adamant about sharing his extraordinary encounter, hoping to shed light on the mysterious presence lurking within the depths of the Mississippi woods. Number 20. Hidden Discoveries of Provo Canyon. In October of 2012, an exciting incident occurred in Provo Canyon that has since captured the curiosity of many. While going out for a hike, a group of siblings stumbled upon what they initially believed to be a bear roaming in the woods. However, they were shocked when the creature unexpectedly rose on 2 legs, revealing it to be something far more confusing. Moments earlier, the siblings had been drawn by the sight of deer and had ventured deeper into the forest to get a better look. It was during this pursuit that they encountered the enigmatic creature. Filled with a mix of fear and astonishment, they quickly retreated from the area, but not before managing to capture the creature on camera. To this day, the siblings remain puzzled by the encounter, unable to definitively identify the mysterious being they encountered that day. Nevertheless, the footage they captured stands as a compelling piece of evidence, sparking both wonder and speculation among those who have viewed it. Number 19. The Trailblazing in Ohlone. In 2007, hunter Rick Jacobs embarked on an adventure in the Ohlone National Forest, Pennsylvania. He had a brilliant idea: to set up a wildlife camera on a tree. This camera was smart. It snapped photos whenever it sensed movement. Rick hoped to catch glimpses of bears, deer, and other creatures roaming the forest. Little did he know, he was about to stumble upon something extraordinary. Fast forward, Rick sat down to review the photos captured by his camera. Among the usual wildlife, he stumbled upon a chilling image that sent shivers down his spine. There, creeping in the shadows, was what appeared to be Bigfoot. Number 18. The Wisconsin's Sasquatch sighting. There's been another intriguing sighting, freshly reported to the BFRO, and this time, it's in Wisconsin. On May 28, 2023, a woman was cruising down a road in Oconto County during the early hours when something caught her eye. Now, this part of northern Oconto County is pretty much covered in dense woods, with swamps nearby, close to the Oconto River. As she approached a corner, she noticed a peculiar sight: a large figure, black and brown, resembling a man, but something didn't quite add up. She initially thought it might be someone stranded on the trail, but as it strolled south towards Pesso Brook Road, she couldn't shake off the odd feeling. It was walking on two legs, taking about 10 steps. Yet there was no sound, no calls for help, no waving arms. Plus, its skin wasn't human-colored. It was dark, black, and brown, with hairy legs, even down to the feet. Number 17. The mysterious backyard bewilderment. A Reddit user, Bigfoot Watcher, shared 9 years ago. It's about an unnatural encounter they had in their backyard. 2 nights ago, Bigfoot Watcher's boyfriend went outside to walk the dogs. Suddenly, one of the dogs started barking like mad. With his flashlight, the boyfriend scanned the grassy area where the woods began, usually a spot where they spotted deer. But this time, he saw something different. 2 eyes staring back at him, about 9 feet off the ground. Feeling a rush of fear, the boyfriend hurried to bring the dogs back inside. As he did, the mysterious figure turned and casually strolled back into the woods, moving like a man with arms and shoulders. This encounter left the boyfriend shaken. He rushed to close all the windows and blinds, refusing to let the dogs out in the backyard at night. Looking back, Bigfoot Watcher recalled other strange occurrences in the past few weeks, like finding dog toys near the woods, with bites taken out. But it wasn't just the toys. It was where they were placed that raised suspicions. Plus, there was a strange grunt-snort noise they heard recently. Number 16. The intriguing discoveries of the Olympic Project. In Washington State, a group of amateur Bigfoot enthusiasts known as the Olympic Project have made a remarkable claim. They've stumbled upon a series of nests believed to belong to Bigfoot. After studying them closely with the help of a primatologist, they've come to the conclusion that these nests seem to have been made by a primate. But that's not all they've found. And they've also discovered strange structures made of broken and twisted vegetation, carefully arranged in specific spots. Some believe these formations are signs of Bigfoot's behavior. Additionally, there have been sightings of lodgepole pine and other small trees bent, uprooted, or stacked in intricate patterns, almost like a woven tapestry. Some experts theorize that these could be territorial markings, signaling Bigfoot's presence in the area. These findings have sparked intense debate and speculation within the Bigfoot research community, leaving many wondering about the mysteries that lie hidden in the forests of Washington State. Number 15. The Paranthropus connection. Primate experts John R. Napier and anthropologist Gordon Stenberg have put forward an interesting idea about where Bigfoot might have come from. They suggest that a species called Paranthropus could be a possible match for Bigfoot. Paranthropus, in particular, stands out with its gorilla-like skull structure and the way it walks on 2 legs. Paranthropus species are known for their robust skulls, especially the prominent ridge along the middle, which indicates strong jaw muscles and broad, plant-eating teeth. Number 14. Encounter at Marble Mountain. It's June of 2001, and a group of teens, along with their leader from a youth group called Campus Life, are out camping at Marble Mountain. As they explore, they stumble upon an odd den made of twigs and branches. But their discovery doesn't end there. Shortly after, their leader, Jim Mills, spots a peculiar creature sliding nearby. Without hesitation, he grabs his camera and captures 7 minutes of footage. To this day, it remains the longest video recording of a supposed Bigfoot sighting. Experts have analyzed the footage, and their verdict is clear. Whatever Jim Mills filmed, it wasn't human. They estimate the creature to be a towering 9 feet tall. When the Bigfoot realized it was being watched, it didn't just slink away quietly. Oh no, it began jumping, screaming, and even pushed over a tree, perhaps in an attempt to intimidate its audience. Number 13. The riveting Lake James Bigfoot encounter. The Lake James Bigfoot sighting was in late 2019. One night, a man named John Bruner and 3 others took a boat out onto Lake James. They had heard reports from fishermen who claimed they saw something strange lurking on the shore. Curious, John and his companions decided to investigate. As they approached the area, they began to hear peculiar noises coming from the cove. Sensing something unusual, they switched off the boat's motor and grabbed their night vision cameras to get a better look. To their amazement, They spotted Bigfoot and managed to snap 121 pictures of the creature. According to their estimates, this Bigfoot stood about 7.5 feet tall. At one point, it seemed to just stand there, swaying back and forth, observing them closely. After about 5 minutes, the creature walked away into the darkness. Now, all 121 photos they took turned out to be incredibly blurry, just like most Bigfoot photos. Yet, despite the lack of clarity, the encounter left John and his companions shaken, sparking further intrigue about the mysterious creature roaming the shores of Lake James. Number 12. Russian Bigfoot Encounter. The Russian Bigfoot, also known as Bigfoot, is typically associated with Canada and certain areas of the United States. However, a compelling video suggests that Russia might also be home to these elusive creatures. Recorded in 2016, the footage captures a startling scene: Bigfoot chasing a car. In the video, a dark figure emerges in the distance, gradually closing in on the car as it approaches. Remarkably, despite the vehicle's attempts to flee, the creature keeps pace, eventually catching up. The tense situation is evident, as the occupants of the car can be heard urging each other to close the windows, fearing the creature's approach. At one point, the girls in the car shout in panic, warning that the creature is running towards them. Allegedly, the Bigfoot even leaped onto the car, shattering the glass, though this moment wasn't captured on film. The encounter raises questions about the behavior of Bigfoot in Russia, suggesting a level of aggression not commonly associated with sightings elsewhere. Number 11. Bigfoot's sneaky appearance in Washington State. This time, Bigfoot was spotted on a webcam operated by the Department of Transportation. The webcam was set up on Sherman Pass along State Route 20. It captured Bigfoot crossing the mountain pass before disappearing behind some trees by the roadside. Whatever it was, it looked huge and covered in hair, just like the legendary Bigfoot. It seems like Bigfoot just can't resist showing up, even if it means getting caught on camera. Washington State has a reputation for Bigfoot sightings, with plenty of reports over the years. So it's not surprising that Bigfoot might call this place home. Number 10. The Snowy Encounter. In January 2013, 3 Russian kids were having a blast playing in the snow when they stumbled upon something astonishing: Bigfoot. This extraordinary event even made it to an episode of National Geographic, as the children were happily following a set of footprints towards the edge of a frozen lake. Their playful banter abruptly halted. There, in the distance, stood a towering, dark, and hairy figure. But as soon as the creature noticed them, it dashed away at lightning speed. Filled with fear, the kids hastily retreated. When interviewed by National Geographic, the children vividly described the creature as tall and covered in hair, except for its hairless face. Both the children and their parents were convinced that they had encountered a real-life Bigfoot. Number 9. Unusual Bigfoot sighting in Washington State. Another Bigfoot was sighted in Washington State, this time captured by a game camera. In an attempt to catch the elusive creature reportedly lurking in the area, researchers set up a game camera cleverly disguised as a rock. They hoped to trick Bigfoot into revealing itself. The camera was strategically placed in the yard of a man who claimed to have seen Bigfoot there 9 months prior. After some time, the camera indeed captured something, but the image was far from clear. It appeared to be a blurry mess at first glance. However, upon closer examination, researchers identified what they believed to be an eye with wrinkles above it, part of a nose bridge, another eye, and a forehead. Abnormally, this image closely matched an eyewitness drawing of the creature. When overlaid, the photo and the drawing aligned almost perfectly, sending chills down the spine of anyone who saw it. Number 8. The eerie 911 call from Bigfoot Central. A man in Washington State, also known as Bigfoot Central, makes a frantic call to emergency services back in 1996, claiming there's a tall, dark figure lurking in his yard. The actual call recording is available online, adding an extra layer of intrigue to this frightening tale. In the call, the distressed man informs the operator that he spotted something crawling around his yard after his sensor light turned on. He describes the creature as resembling a large man, standing at about 6 feet 8 inches tall. Adding to the tension, he reveals that his dog was mysteriously killed in the yard the night before. As panic sets in, the man urgently pleads with the operator to send help immediately. A week later, the sheriff's office received a picture allegedly capturing Bigfoot lurking in the neighbor's yard. With uncertainty hanging in the air, the man's description of the event leaves everyone wondering, was it a person, an animal, or something far more mysterious? Number 7. Unveiling centuries of Bigfoot lore. According to the Canadian Encyclopedia, Sasquatch book author John Green documented a stunning 1,340 sightings spanning the 19th and 20th centuries. The extensive history of Bigfoot sightings over these years raises doubts about uncertainty surrounding its existence. Number 6. Revealing the unknowns of Sasquatch. In Dana Point, Southern California resides lawyer Matt Moneymaker, who spends his free time leading the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. This group comprises over 3,000 individuals who claim to have encountered Sasquatch in the forests of eastern Ohio. Moneymaker himself recounts a chilling encounter, describing a moment when he found himself face to face with the creature. According to his tale, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, with a quarter-full moon casting a dim light. Suddenly, he spotted an 8-foot-tall figure just 15 feet away, emitting a menacing growl. The encounter left Moneymaker with a distinct impression that he was intruding upon the creature's territory. Despite his leadership role in the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, no member has managed to capture a clear picture of the elusive beast. However, each individual within the group harbors their own personal encounter with the legendary Sasquatch. Number 5. The legend sightings in New York State. In 1976, along the Whitehall Trail, numerous witnesses, including local police and a New York State trooper, reported sighting a creature resembling a man but standing at a towering height of 7 to 8 feet, covered entirely in hair. Although the only evidence captured was a blurry photo from a Whitehall Trail camera in 2010, it's just one of many reported Bigfoot sightings across New York State. Whitehall even hosts its own annual Bigfoot event, the Sasquatch Calling Festival, featuring a competition for the best Bigfoot calls to lure in the elusive creature. The legend of Bigfoot extends beyond New York, with reported sightings in places like Washington State in 2020, keeping enthusiasts across the U.S. hopeful. Number 4. David Thompson's encounter. David Thompson, a renowned surveyor and trader for the Hudson's Bay Company and the Northwest Company, traversed western North America from 1785 to 1812. Amid his journeys, he documented a remarkable encounter with Bigfoot, marking the first recorded sighting ever. In his journal entry dated January 7, 1811, while in Alberta, Canada, Thompson recounted stumbling upon the tracks of a large animal during their afternoon trek. The tracks, etched in the snow about 6 inches deep on the ice, revealed distinct features: 4 large toes, each measuring 4 inches in length, accompanied by short claws. Notably, the ball of the foot sank 3 inches lower than the toes, while the hind part left faint impressions. Measuring 14 inches in length and 8 inches in breadth, the tracks stretched from north to south, indicating the creature's direction. Despite the clear trail visible for a staggering 100 yards, Thompson and his companions refrained from pursuing the creature. With limited time and the futility of their firearms against such a formidable beast, they chose not to engage further. Peter Weimer, a resident of Mayville, New York, shared with WGZ that he's been contacted by 45 eyewitnesses who claim to have seen Sasquatch in the area around Chautauqua Lake, located 60 miles south of Buffalo. Additionally, there are reportedly over 100 witnesses in Chautauqua County who haven't shared their encounters. According to WGZ, the county's dense forests and deep gorges provide ample hiding spots for large animals like black bears, making sightings rare. Peter, who sponsors the annual Chautauqua Lake Bigfoot Expo event, believes that footprints found in nearby Asheville, New York, serve as further evidence of Sasquatch's existence. Number 3. The 3 photographs of Bigfoot. Craig Sulky, an avid hunter, once claimed to have come face-to-face with Bigfoot and shocked the world by revealing photographic evidence of the elusive creature. Alongside his wife, Craig enjoyed hunting expeditions, and in 2012, they decided to enhance their chances of success by setting up trail cameras on their property. One of these cameras captured something unexpected, a mysterious figure that defied categorization as either animal or human. Being an enthusiast of the show, Finding Bigfoot on Animal Planet, Craig knew precisely what steps to take next. He reached out to the TV channel and shared the captivating image captured on his cameras. Animal Planet was astounded by Craig's achievement in obtaining 3 distinct snapshots of the enigmatic creature. Subsequently, they filmed an episode featuring him, thrusting Craig into the spotlight. Following the episode's airing, he found himself inundated with phone calls and visits from fellow Americans, eager to share their own strange paranormal encounters. In response to the widespread interest, Craig and his wife decided to open up their land to the public, inviting anyone intrigued by the sighting to visit and examine the spot where Bigfoot had been seen. They encouraged visitors to scrutinize the photographs and draw their own conclusions about the mysterious creature's existence. Number 2. A terrifying encounter with Bigfoot. One of the pivotal moments igniting the public's fascination with Bigfoot is the infamous Battle of Ape Canyon, a harrowing event said to have occurred in a narrow gorge on the eastern flank of Mount St. Helens. This gorge is now known as Ape Canyon, and it's the setting where, in the summer of 1924, a group of gold prospectors emerged from the woods in a state of shock, their eyes wide with fear. These prospectors recounted a chilling tale of being attacked by 7-foot-tall ape-like creatures hurling boulders at them. Fred Beck and 4 companions described encountering these gorilla men near their small cabin. They observed 4 of these massive creatures moving through the forest, with strides reminiscent of humans, but with distinct ape-like features. The witnesses described the creatures as covered in long black hair, with ears about 4 inches long that stood erect. These creatures had 4 toes, short and stubby, and were estimated to weigh around 400 pounds each. Faced with the sight of these colossal beasts, Fred fired his rifle at one of them, hitting it 3 times and causing it to fall off a cliff. Little did they know, this act would provoke a terrifying retaliation. That night, the men were jolted awake by the sound of enormous stones crashing against their cabin. They felt the impact of giant bodies slamming against the walls and door as the creatures sought revenge. In a desperate bid for safety, the men tore a hole in the roof to defend themselves. However, their efforts were in vain, as rocks hurled by the creatures struck Fred, rendering him unconscious for nearly 2 hours. With the break of dawn, the creatures ceased their assault and disappeared into the wilderness. It was then that the men cautiously emerged from their shelter and fled the woods, shaken by their encounter with the mysterious beings of Ape Canyon. Number 1. Albert Osman's strange Bigfoot encounter. Before 1924, Albert Osman, a lumberjack and woodsman, embarked on a camping trip in the wilderness. Despite hearing tales of a mysterious creature known as Sasquatch, Albert dismissed them as mere folklore. However, his skepticism quickly turned to terror when, one fateful night, he found himself snatched up by a Sasquatch while he slept in his sleeping bag. For 3 hours, Albert was carried across the countryside in his sleeping bag by the Sasquatch until he was unceremoniously dropped onto a plateau. Surrounding him were 4 more of the creatures, 2 adults and 2 children. Albert claimed to have been held captive by them for 6 days, with one of the Sasquatches towering at a staggering 8 feet tall. Remarkably, despite having a gun with him, Albert chose not to use it, as the Sasquatches had not harmed him. Instead, he peacefully coexisted with the Bigfoot family, consuming sweet-tasting grass they offered him while the female Sasquatch tended to domestic tasks like washing and stacking leaves. Albert's daring escape came when he cleverly made the large male Sasquatch drowsy by feeding him snuff. However, He kept his extraordinary tale a secret for over 2 decades, fearing ridicule. It wasn't until more stories of Sasquatch sightings surfaced in the press that Albert decided to share his astonishing encounter. In a separate incident in October 2023, a video capturing a Bigfoot sighting in Colorado went viral. Parker and his wife Shannon, celebrating their anniversary with a trip through Colorado, witnessed the creature while aboard the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. The footage, although grainy due to zooming, clearly shows a tall, brownish creature moving in a distinctly non-human manner. Witness Stenson, who shared the video online, attested to the creature's uncanny appearance, noting its unusually long arms and peculiar gait. He expressed doubt regarding the possibility of a hoax, suggesting that if it was executed exceptionally well. Which of this clip do you find more interesting? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a thumb up and subscribe to the channel.